I love that. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am always your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and always joined by my wonderful co-host,
popcorn and hot sauce.
He's popcorn and hot sauce today, y'all.
Popcorn and hot sauce today. Yes, sir. Yes,
Popcorn
sir.
and hot sauce. Who else eats popcorn and hot sauce? I like it too, y'all. I like it too. All right, so popcorn and hot sauce is joined with me today. And we also have a very, very special guest today. We have Miss Aviva of the Flying Penguins Band, and we're going to have her on the show, and she's going to discuss everything about her endeavors with the cannabis industry, and we're going to talk about the legislation and things that are going on right now in the cannabis industry. So tune in if everyone does not know how to watch and enjoy the show. The outlets we have, Mr. Popcorn and Hot Sauce is going to let us know how we can share, view, and like the shows. Go ahead. Popcorn,
right.
Hot Sauce.
Popcorn and hot sauce. You go to your internet browser, statusnetwork.net, download the Status Network app. All right, if you want to call in with something to say, you can call in, ask your question, say your comment. Tell us if you like popcorn and hot sauce. All right. Manifest TV on YouTube, Manifest TV status on Instagram and Facebook, status_network_ on Periscope and Twitter.
That's right. That's right.
Want to go back and see this recipe I got of popcorn infused with hot sauce? It's on YouTube.
All right. Thank you so much. We're also on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We are on iHeartRadio. We are on a lot of different platforms right now. So just congratulations to Status Network and yes, the Holistic Cannabis Show for being everywhere. So literally everywhere. So let's welcome our special guest, Miss Aviva, to the show. Hello, Miss Aviva. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
All right. So we just want to talk to you. If you could scoot up to your mic a little bit more or turn your volume up, that would be great. We can hear you. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now in the cannabis industry.
Well, I am just educating as much as I can about the beautiful cannabis plant. Both Scribbles and myself are educating in multimedia ways. We are going down there in person to the Capitol, talking to people in person around the block. We're writing songs about it. We're making videos. We're making music videos, whatever we can do, because it is the hemp revival for our own survival.
That rhymes. The hemp revival for our survival. And tell us about the Hemp Economic Revival organization.
Well, I wrote the song Cannabis Car, about 20 years ago, maybe. And we were singing it and touring around and praying with it and asking people to, visualize cannabis growing everywhere. There were a lot of people that are like, that'll never happen, but we just kept on visualizing it and feeling the joy in our hearts about it. And then, a few years into that, we were, actually my drummer heard, maybe it was a post on Facebook or he just heard something on the radio about a nonprofit, Hemp History Week, and how they wanted to team up with different people to throw grassroots educational events all around the United States. And they had some Canadian sponsors, with the hemp seed food, and Dr. Bronner's with the hemp soap. And so they just sent us a bunch of samples and said, throw an event on. And so I think it's federally recognized Hemp History Week. It's the first week in June, starting on, I think, the first Monday in June. And it's just a whole week where they've been educating. Now, I think since hemp has become legal, that's kind of, you know, they're not really doing that much anymore. But we were throwing events because no cannabis was legal here to grow, you know, until 2014, maybe. And so, yeah, we were throwing on events that whole time. But I guess it wasn't until like 2019 that it was really illegal in Georgia. But the farm bill, there was another farm bill that said you can grow it for research in 2014, I believe.
Okay, so that is
cat was meow.
that's amazing. So tell us about Scribbles, because Scribbles was at the Capitol with us the other day, and we had fun with Scribbles.
Scribbles is amazing.
A hand puppy.
Yes, Scribbles is the most amazing. He's like trending right now because he was at the Capitol and the senator asked him what was he actually. So what was your response?
Senator Brugas can kiss my face. Okay. I'm gonna say something else.
A hand puppy.
He was just kind of being a little obnoxious. I don't know why. He asked me if I was a unicorn.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, I think a lot of, you know, obnoxious questions come from a natural curiosity because we actually have a need for truth and a need for knowledge. So when people ask silly questions, it's because they have a thirst for knowledge and we have to have patience with them. And in actuality, you know, the antenna that my horn that he was asking about is very magical in very metaphysical ways that I actually can't even really explain to someone like Senator Bress, because that like 5D knowledge, it's kind of incomprehensible. It's like almost I have to like sing it like
Oh wow. So Scribbles, you're very intelligent. What planet was one of the questions he asked? If you were from here or where were you from?
Exactly. And I teach my mom things all the time that she doesn't even know.
Oh wow. So Scribbles was funny. We have a video on Scribbles and the legislation, and we're going to show that. All right, we're going to come back and ask some more questions about you. And you are a musician, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And does Scribbles go with you when you do any performances with your musical? What do you play?
I play piano and ukulele and trumpet, a little bit of drums, and I have a whole CD.
Oh, and you have a CD. Okay, what is that CD for? A Scribbles CD? So Scribbles is singing too?
It's singing and Petunia the penguin singing, and also the alligator. And also, just a lot of fun characters. And we all fill up Petunia's helicopter, excuse me, Petunia, with groceries.
Yes. Scribbles, I love it. That's amazing. All right, well, we want to see Scribbles, and we have a video. So we're going to watch some stuff that happened at the Capitol. You were there, of course, giving your testimony of cannabis and what and why we should have hemp cannabis everywhere. It should be growing everywhere. Right, Scribbles?
Duh! That's how it is on my planet.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's watch this quick video.
One more speaker. Could we have Russ Bryant?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Aviva. Oh, this wouldn't be a hearing without you here. Did you bring a friend?
I did bring Scribbles. I don't know if he's going to talk. But yeah, that's definitely metaphorical, the invisibility of me because of what I'm talking about, which is
The invisibility of hemp grain. Thank you for having me, by the way. My name is Aviva Vuvuzela, and I founded the Georgia Hemp Economic Revival Organization over 10 years ago now. And Scribbles and I, we educate children and everyone about the benefits of industrial hemp, which does not include, you know, anything smokable or anything like that. And it's incredible. I mean, this one pack of hemp seeds, if you added it to your ice cream, it would make you more insulin sensitive. So insulin resistance means you might be getting a foggy head, you might be getting a little sleepy. So if you put this as sprinkles, and I think it's really yummy, then you counteract that. And so we're talking about this incredible nutrition, manganese, magnesium, potassium, omegas, every single amino acid the body needs. And so I think it's dangerous to not have this accessible to everyone, because malnutrition leads to erratic behavior, disease, bouts of aggression. And I think a lot of us have malnutrition without realizing it, because in the 40s, we stopped our relationship with this food. We might not have all been eating it, but our animals were. And so that meat had more omegas in it. It had more everything in it. So my issue is we have consumable hemp on the bill, but it doesn't include this. The feds have defined industrial hemp as any cannabis with less than 0.3% THC, which the Farm Bill this year is going to present 1%. We define it in this bill as anything non-consumable. So I think that's an issue with the definition if we're going to include our amazing hemp seeds and the hemp protein powder and hemp sprouts. So this is not actually hemp sprouts. I haven't started that yet, but that is also legal, and that has bioflavonoids.
Thank you. We're going to move on. Appreciate you coming.
Can I say
Hope you can come back.
just about the processing fee? If we define the industrial hemp and other things, why can't we define a lower processing fee? Because the industrial side of hemp need, you know, cotton is subsidized even. They can't afford a high processing fee that we have.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Chairman Corbett has a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And considering the number of new members we have on this committee, I think it would be a disservice if we did not get to hear from Squiggles. I really do. I mean, they've never heard from him.
Yeah.
Representative Corbett, I love you. You are so sweet, and you're the one that can change the world by, you know, opening up a hemp fuel processing plant so we can have gasoline.
Well, you're very talented.
Thank you so much. I did email all of you, so you have my emails if you have any questions, and Scribbles and I would be happy to put on a private show for you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. That is
Word.
amazing. Scribbles, he is known, like he is popular. I cannot
Scribbles
believe
is famous.
Oh my goodness.
I know I should have had popcorn today. I know I should have had popcorn today. That was a show right there. Oh my goodness, Scribbles.
Ask Scribbles a question.
Scribbles, I want to follow you on Facebook, man. You got to be my mascot. You got to be my cannabis mascot. It's all about the script right now. How many followers does Scribbles have?
I don't know. He actually doesn't have his own Facebook page. He's more into, like, you know, the galactic media instead of the social media.
Okay, so he's, of course, he's from outer space.
Okay, Scribbles is from outer space. Okay.
Yeah. And so he misses being home, because I know during the other show that he had, he was talking about how he missed home.
Yeah, and he just got kind of triggered because he was.
I'm sorry, Scribbles. Doggone it. Okay.
That's okay. He's like not really here right now. He's
flabbergasted.
like astral projected, so I don't think he can hear what's going on.
Okay.
You can tell when he astral projects because he's not really moving.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But he's back.
Oh.
Okay, I'm thrilled.
Yeah, that was super
I'm thrilled.
romantic.
Well, I got to stop smoking.
I think Scribbles represents the truth and innocence, and it's something that the political game lacks
Yes.
full integrity, I believe. And so it's healing. It's just healing to hear from Scribbles, and it makes
Yes,
them
it
laugh,
is.
and it
Yes.
doesn't exactly solve all their problems, but
Yes.
it might shine a little sunshine in a dusty room so that they can see a little more clarity.
Right.
Yes. You know, laughter is good for the soul. And when a lot of people say that cannabis or, you know, laughter is not good for you, it is. It helps those happy endorphins come up in the brain. It helps to build, you know, gets away from depression. So I say we have to laugh to keep from crying, you know. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In Chinese medicine, you know, the heart highway is cleared with laughter. So if you have a traffic jam in your heart, the best solution is to laugh.
it's to laugh.
That literally can help prevent a heart attack in the future, because you know, all the traffic in the heart is what eventually can cause your heart to, you know, stop pumping.
Yes.
Well, I want to do a mixtape with Scribbles. Scribbles, we're doing a mixtape.
We need some Scribble Soup remixes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Scribbles, I'm gonna have my people call your people, and we're gonna see how we can figure this out.
You hear that?
Money is my people.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah.
That is so funny. I'm so super happy about Scribbles and you. Thank you for bringing Scribbles. I mean, this was amazing. I know we were not expecting just Scribbles to say, you know, a lot, but because, you know, you have a lot going on as well. So, but you are known for coming to the Capitol with Scribbles. And that is such a great way to, you know, to have the atmosphere to be uplifted and to laugh, and I'm just so grateful.
It really started with individual meetings. I brought him and I was like, hey, can we meet with you? And then I'd whip Scribbles out of my purse and start talking to them at Scribbles, and they were like, what's going on?
Do you get that reaction a lot? Do you get that reaction a lot?
And then they would start talking to Scribbles, and it was just like a whole different energy. It was like Mr. Rogers was suddenly in the room, you know, like helping everyone feel like they matter.
Exactly. Okay, so what does Scribbles have to say to everyone before he goes?
I don't wanna be you, 'cause I wanna be me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Woo!
All right.
All right,
Scrib.
Scribbles. Thank you for joining the show today. And Aviva, how are you doing with everything and with this legislation? Is there anything you want to share about what's going on with the cannabis industry? We were at the Capitol, so what did they finalize everything with?
Well, it seems like everything is still just going with the business of what Kemp's executive order was last year, I believe. I haven't had a chance to look into it, but I do know that Chairman Powell was really trying hard to expand. Kit Kat, you want to come up here and say hi? She's very vocal. He wants to expand the medical cannabis licenses. So right now, 6 were awarded medical cannabis licenses, but they didn't apparently do their due diligence of transparency, so they're getting sued. And last year I did some videos on HB 1400, which was going to expand it to all the people that were suing them. And then this year it was a little bit different. It was like they were moving the power from the Medical Cannabis Commission over to the Agricultural Department and the Agricultural Commission. And then Tyler Harper, would be responsible for saying, okay, yes, I'll allow another medical cannabis producer in this state. It's my decision. And the cap was going to be like 20 altogether. So the 9 could reapply that were suing them, but there were also like, I think, like 15 altogether. So they can apply to because it did seem like a little bit unfair that like, oh, only the people suing them would get to have their license suddenly. But they did that because they wanted to end litigation, and they were like, okay, well, it's like a compromise, like you stop suing us and we give you the license. But
right, like a daddy mama situation. Yeah,
I think it's all stupid, and I think it should just be a free market, and I don't think, you know, there should be a limit, you know. So I think it's okay that this did not pass. You know, we need to just create the free market. I think the people need to stand up and say this is bogus. Like, let's just, the regulation is just so tight and it's squeezing out so much potential and power to the people. And I think people should, you know, just start growing their own plants.
Yes.
It's our right, you know, and it can be jury nullification power. It's like, what are they going to do? Arrest us all for growing our own medicine? It's our right. So at some point, we just need to stand up and be like, why are you in charge? Like, we're the ones that put you in charge.
And the majority wins.
Yeah, it's criminal for you to like try to control this plant, regulate it in a way. I mean, yes, I'm going to buy it from someone who shows me a panel that it doesn't have toxins in it, you know. Cannabis is phytoremediative, so is chickpeas. I wish hummus would come with a panel, because chickpeas are some of the most phytoremediative food that you can get. Also, there might be lead in our hummus.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I guess the FDA might test for it, but I don't think they do. So I think that's another positive thing. I'm going on tangents, but that cannabis standards can actually teach us a lot about everything. It's like they're this mother plant that teaches us about health and what's healthiest for our bodies. I'm gonna pick. If you keep meowing, I'm gonna pick you up and show you.
You want to show off your cat? Go ahead.
Like being, you know, cats don't really like being picked up, but
okay.
But I might if she keeps meowing.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me talk so much. Like it really is a passion of mine. I think, you know, you get trapped in this like sports game almost. It was like, oh, I hope it passes because it will be one little baby step towards cannabis freedom. But it is exactly like being in a toxic narcissistic relationship where you're given breadcrumbs. I don't want breadcrumbs. I want the whole loaf. Like, I deserve the whole loaf. I deserve freedom. We all deserve freedom. And you're doing incredible work with it. You're already serving the people with so much medicine and so much knowledge. And thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. The entertainment, and hopefully we'll have you on 420 and just giving your vocals, and Mr. Henderson can probably get some music for you, and your band, the Flying Penguins, I can't forget them, are doing some marvelous things here in the industry. So you guys got to keep going too. I mean, this is all of us together. So I don't think just one of us. I think this the collaboration of all of us doing this for the cause of the plants. Free the plants.
It's a hemp revival, and you know that it's a Supreme Court ruling that we can have cannabis as sacrament. Let's open those churches on, you know,
that's what I'm saying.
County, every district, and let's have this hemp revival. It's time.
It's time. It's time to talk about it, because there's too many people that's going to be able to get free by the truth, you know. So, there's the kitty. Hey, oh, that reminds me of my waffles at home.
Baby. She says, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and see funny videos of me and my mommy.
Oh, so what is your YouTube?
It's Aviva Sings Out.
Okay, Aviva Sings Out. All right.
AVIVA.
All right, because she has a beautiful song voice, so y'all have to hear her vocals. And hopefully for 420, we'll put some more information about you on 420. All right, so thanks again for joining our show. We appreciate you. We have ran out of time, but we're going to have you on the show, you and Scribbles, on the show again. So you all take care and hope to see you all for 420. All right. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So you all saw it here. You saw Scribbles in action. All right. So 420 is coming up. It is a day of happiness. Have arrived. Celebrate with us and take advantage of a great promotion. Join with 2 friends and pay only $420, and that's for 1-day cannabis certification class. So if you're interested, get together with 3 friends, give us a call, and pay your $420. All right. Fewer federal offenders charged with marijuana-related offenses in 2022. These totals represent a significant decrease from a decade ago, when more people were federally indicted for marijuana offenses for any other drug-related offense.
BRICS nations working on creating a new currency to be discussed at next Leaders Summit. Right there, you got the leaders of Africa, Russia, China, South America. It's about to be thrown. All right, it's about to be. The only person that you don't see represented in that picture is the United States of America. I'm finna chop that up with y'all as soon as she get done.
All right, so last weekend only, this is April the 29th, and this is the Food and Wine Festival. So early bird discounts, get your tickets. All right, get your all-exclusive tickets, which is great. And then website is www.elevatedfoodandwinefestival.com. And I am going to be a speaker, one of the wonderful panel of speakers. That is Miss April Hang, Dr. Hodges. We're going to have the Canamedic and myself. So we're going to give you all some great information on medical cannabis and how it's great for the body through foods too. HB 196 is on the floor. Georgia cannabis law passed in the House to abolish the Cannabis Commission. So they're going to abolish that. And Utah governor signs a bill establishing state-sponsored cannabis research program. The law appropriates $650,000 in funding for creation of the Center for Medicinal Cannabis Research within the University of Utah. All right, go Utah. And then there's a survey that 1 in 10 veterans acknowledges using cannabis. All right, so in our findings point toward a need for enhanced care coordination among veterans who may benefit from marijuana, like myself, but are unable to access it through the VA. Arthur's concluded. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to get our cannabis. We're waiting. And in Washington, the latest news says lawmakers advance legislation barring pre-employment tests for cannabis. And then the state policy weekly updates on 3/29 of 2023 says that Delaware lawmakers advance adult use cannabis legalization bill to governor's desk. And then in Normal welcomes new members to his board of directors. And also in Normal, they have an era of legal marijuana. The kids are all right. All right. So if you all have not joined Normal, Peachtree Normal is a great way that you can advocate here in the state of Georgia. If you're in another state, go to normal.org and sign up to become an advocate in your state. South Dakota governor signs bill into law amending medical cannabis access rules. One law expands the pool of patients eligible to receive medical cannabis authorizations, while another prohibits doctors from recommending medical marijuana to those who are either pregnant or breastfeeding. Why not? We got to talk about that. Clinical trials at CBD to THC combination controls blood sugar, lowers cholesterol, and type 2 diabetes. Investigators concluded the combination of the CBD and Delta-9 THC regimen could be a new therapeutic regimen for controlling the lipid profile and glycemic state of DM DM patients. All right, diabetic. All right. So now hiring, we're still hiring those young adults who are interested in learning. And then the industries that we have is business startup. So if your young adult wants to start a business, we help. If they want to join in retail, we help them with that. Hospitality, logistics, security, finance, agriculture and hemp, medical, and more. And we're creating entrepreneurs in a city near you. So if you're not in Georgia, don't worry. We have other accessible jobs and online training available as well. Now for my scans, I would love for you all to make an appointment with me. General scans, find out your underlying cause of your diagnosis and find out how to educate yourself on prevention and elimination of further damage to your precious body. You will also be recommended food and supplements once you get that scan. Now you get your results in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I did the test for it, and I logged in the amount of time it takes for you to finish the whole test. We also have the cosmetic scan, so if you want to lose weight, we can give you a scan that can help you prep your body for a cryo scan or other detox options. And then we have the medical cannabis scan. Now that's new, and what we do is for card holders, and you want to understand what cannabinoids your body are deficient in or what's going to help per your condition. We can help give you a scan and choose the correct products of medical cannabis that is unique and by individual for yourself. All right, so just give us a call. And of course, this is me. I am the naturopath, the doctor, your holistic health and medical cannabis health coach, your acupressurist, herbalist, and new sexologist. And so for over 7 years, I've been providing high quality care for thousands of patients who can attest to my focus, diligence, and genuine passion for wellness and natural health. So call me for an appointment. The number to reach me is 1-888-959-2093. All right, so Mr. Henderson wants to talk about the strain and also what the Brix is doing.
Oh, this strain is called a MAC. It's 22% THC, 1% CBG. Got a 4.6 out of 5 stars. MAC, also known as Miracle Alien Cookies, or simply Miracle Cookies, is a hybrid marijuana strain made by crossing alien cookies with Starfighter and Colombian. MAC produces creative effects that are happy and uplifting. The strain features a smooth orange flavor that is balanced out by floral accents on a sweet, earthy finish. Growers say MAC nugs are gorgeous and covered in resin. Medical marijuana patients choose this strain to help relieve symptoms associated with stress and depression.
All right.
MAC. Talking about the MAC. Mm-hmm. All right, people who had this strain, they said it made them feel happy, relaxed, and uplifted. Now, the downside to this strain was a little dizzy, a little anxious, and some dry eyes. The flavor profile is citrusy, peppery, and orange.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty good.
Awesome.
21% of the people who tried it said that it helps with their anxiety. 20% of the people who tried it said it helped with their stress and depression. Holding third, 18% of the people said it helps with their depression.
Mm-hmm. MAC strain. All right.
That was MAC.
That was MAC. All right, so Mr. Henderson, what do you got about Brix?
Okay, look. Now, some reports, they say that when the Brix thing is laid out and completed and rolled out, right, that the United States dollar will lose value, some value. Mm. Well, the problem is with that. Know how many other countries rely on the strength of the U.S. dollar right now? Can't afford to go backwards. So, check this out. Saudi Arabia, China, Russia, India, and South Africa came together to decide to create a new currency. Now, Let me tell you why it's significant. Because other leaders have also tried. Muammar Gaddafi tried to bring out a currency that will that at that time would have meant that they currency would be backed by the resources. All right, now Africa is Africa. Why is the Chinese involved in Africa? A lot of this, what y'all gonna hear and see when it comes to this BRICS deal, you gotta understand and ask yourself, why are these people so wanting to take part in this so much? Russia is mad at the United States. China, they're mad at the United States. Russia agreed to pay off all of the debt that South Africa owes to the United States. All right? Y'all see how ugly this is about to get, right? Y'all do understand that, right? India is a nuclear country. India is highly populated. And guess what? When you call them tech support numbers, that's where you call it to. Yeah. All right, check this out. Saudi Arabia is want to get in on the BRICS. Saudi Arabia, why is Saudi Arabia important?
Oil.
Because that's where you get your oil from. When Barack Obama and SEAL Team 6 went and got Osama bin Laden, guess where they got him from?
Saudi Arabia.
It's about to be some smoke. Now, what could Joe have done to make the situation better? What he could have done. Right. So, y'all just, the banks gonna start doing weird stuff. All right, your bank is about to act weird. All right, so I just want to say this to all of the people that's chasing bags. You're gonna have to run faster to chase them bags. What Joe should have did, in my opinion, was stay to his promise. He shouldn't have sent all that money over there to Ukraine. He should have did what he said he was gonna do, build back America. He could have took them millions of dollars that he sent overseas, put it back into job training here in the United States.
Rental assistance.
He could have put it back to helping the people. Because now, what you're about to be up against now, things is looking pretty dingy for the dollar. All right, I'm going to give you some more game. If you're a mortgage holder, you paying a house note, go look and see what happens when you change currency to your mortgage. Most mortgages have a clause, from what I read, they have a clause that discusses currency changes. When you make your payments in cash. So let's see what happens if the banks collapse and you withdraw cash. It's called a bank run. All right. Let's see what's going to happen when people start pulling their money out the bank. You pay your car note with cash. You go to the grocery store. Some people still use cash.
Some people do.
Could this be the ushering in of a cashless society to where cash becomes obsolete? And now the only way that you're going to have to spend your money is going to be with the digital currency. The only problem with digital currency, it can be manipulated. It can be controlled. say a certain zip code don't want people, certain types of people shopping in their neighborhood. They could turn off your debit card.
Well,
I got a question.
well,
So what if all the people got cash stacked up?
If your cash loses value, like what have happened in other economies, your cash lose enough value than that cash that you got stacked, well, you might as well toss that in the fire to keep you warm. When your dollar started losing values, ask Mexico how the pesos worked out. We was able to take our dollar and go to Mexico and live in La Vida Loca. We was able to go to Ghana, Africa, take $200,000 of U.S. money to Ghana, Africa. You got a 20,000 square foot spot that you just see. So if you start taking the value out of the dollar, you start taking the spending power out of the dollar. Joe, you did it bad, bro. You did it bad, and it's for the show. It's for the show on Joe. Now that rhymed.
all right. So we are excited that everyone joined us. We do have a quick clip of Scribbles talking about some information at the Capitol. But first, Mr. Henderson, thank you for your episode. Do you have the website where people can go in and find out how to work on their credit?
www.nchcredit.net. Hey, the reason why that you want to go ahead and work on their credit is because guess what? When the banking systems go down, all right, and they will, when the changes happen to your bank, it will.
It will.
All right. One of the things that's going to be a sustaining factor is going to be your credit worthiness. All right. So as you can see right there, we have a form on our website. You go in and you click on ready to sign up, or it's going to automatically default to I want to know more. Go in, put your information in there. We'll reach out to you. You want to get that credit. You want to get that credit going fast as you can. 888-959-2093. www.nthcredit.net.
There you go. All right. So we got this quick video we want to show of Scribbles and Aviva. And until next time, we're out.
Here comes Scribbles to the rescue. In my cannabis car. Will all the puppets please rise?
Oh my god, I can't watch this.
I'm going to uncomfortably stare without blinking. Oops, I blinked.
Don't forget to tell them oranges are being processed for CBD too, and also breast milk has endocannabinoids. Scribbles.
Let's keep this.
Well, I'm looking in the handout and I don't see anything about boobies.
There are 2 cannabinoids that we make when we're nursing babies, and they actually help babies to actually suck the breast.
Who's gonna Google it?
You mean guagle? I guess now we know why those are so addictive.
Right? I just got that neurotransmission too.
Yup.
Can you keep your show on the podium?
You're saying Scribbles is the only puppet allowed?
Boring. Wait, what does this say? Okay, add another superpower to the list. Oops. Well, we can't ban them, but we can control them.
So if we extract all the cannabinoids from breast milk, we don't have to legalize weed.
I feel very uncomfortable right now. Very uncomfortable.
And then we can administer it in a typical bottle.
I think it'd be wise if I stay out of this conversation. It's making me kind of sad.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna cry. I'm here for you, man.
I'll get through
Oh,
it.
come on, cheer up! We're talking about... Oops, I'm crying.
I think it's our turn to overdub the girl. Woman.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I can't do it.
Is anyone gonna do it?
You guys really suck.
Well, that's what happens, right? When you activate our anandamide.
That what she calls it?
Is that the magic of raw milk?
All this booby talk is giving me the munchies.
Great. My committee's turned into a bunch of babies.
I need my mommy.
Choo-choo, choo-choo train.
Does anyone know a good bedtime story?
People remember heartwarming.